Hey everyone, we are focusing on tinctures this week and we are going to be making some Sativa Diva, and just like with any tincture, we're going to start with our base, and you can use a schmalcohol, which we use a 90 proof schmanka here, and then or you could use Everclear, moonshine. You can use any of that. It needs to be at least 35 to 40% or 90 proof. And then you're going to have your flour. So we have our flour here. It has been decarbed. You're going to want to make sure that most of the flours that you're going to use, or the spices, are dried at least. We decarb our good that we use, and then we've got our skull cap here that is just dried. It has not been decarbed. And then our spices. So we go ahead and add our flour to our base that we would put in a jar. When we are all done, we have this. It goes into the freezer for 3 days. Normal tinctures, you don't have to put them in the freezer, but when you're using good, you're absolutely going to want to put it in the freezer. It helps to expand and contrast and expand and contrast, so that we get all of the benefits from the Mary Jane that's in here. You all can see that there. And then it goes into the freezer for 3 days, comes out of the freezer, and then it goes on to in a dark area for about 27 days. Shaking it continuously. You're going to do that with your other tinctures. Now, we do 30 days on our dragon. Most tinctures are about 6 weeks. So you just want to check your flour source and what you're making your tincture out of. But for the sweet spot for the Mary Jane and the skull cap, 30 days is just about good. We're going to go on to step 2, where we are going to do what we call pushing the dragon. So we're going to get this to with some RSO added, and get it to this stage. So hang tight, everyone. Okay, so the second step that we do for our dragon tinctures, and this is only for our dragon tinctures, is we do what we call pushing the dragon, okay? And this is where we add our FSO, RSO, and we are, let me see, make sure we're not going to get flagged. This is the FSO that we are adding to our Sativa Diva. It, as you can see, is a sativa strain. We've got it in our hot water so that it's getting pliable. We've got our dragon on low, and we do not recommend anyone to do this with their dragon. We do sell the tincture kits, but it is very dangerous. You have to set up lots of precautions and know what you're doing. But we're going to show you this process so that you can see everything. We're just going to add to the low. The heat is on low. I've got my emergency towel. We've got our baking soda ready standing by. We've got all of our fans on and our access points open so that we're not inhaling anything that we shouldn't. And we're going to just heat this up until it's just a warm. Then we're going to strain it, and we're going to add the FSO. Okay, then we're going to strain your Sativa Diva. I've already made a little mess down here, but that's just part of the precautions. We've got it just to warm, like we said. You can see we're getting all the flour, the herbs and everything right out of there. Set that over there. We're going to let that strain. We're going to push all the goodness through. Okay. You see that? We want to get every bit of that we can. If you get our tincture kits, those come with a 1 quart jar. They're custom engraved, and the lids are custom and everything. And then it comes with a strainer and a wooden spoon and a recipe card and the pouch and everything. So yeah, all you need to provide is your schmalcohol and your flour. All right, so we've got that out. We're going to set this down. This is now what we call reclaim. So we can rinse that off and use that in our topical roux. Here's our FSO. This is the green crack that we showed earlier. We're going to add it in there. Mama, can you hand me our little whisk, please? And we just keep adding and adding. Thank you so much. We just keep adding and adding to this. And we're going to mix it all up in there. It's all now a warm. And this This is the only way that you can incorporate your FSO or RSO into your tinctures. If you try to do it cold, it will absolutely not incorporate and we'll have a big mess. But this is what we have when we're all done. We're going to put the lid on so that we don't have anything evaporating. And then we will probably be going live when we go to batch these up. So we'll bottle them for y'all and we'll see you soon. That is from the beginning to the end of how you can do your own Sativa Diva the way that we do it. Now we obviously still recommend that you do not push your dragon, but it is super effective whether you add the RSO or not. It is still by far the most effective tincture out there. But then when you add the FSO RSO, it just really kicks it up a notch. So, but this is what our end product is here, and we're so proud of her. There we go, sweetie. Okay. Thanks, y'all.